Hi everyone, I'm Lavina from Sovereign Soul Coach, and in this video I'm going to share a channel message from Mary Magdalene, and we'll go deeper into the message as well through some oracle and tarot decks. So the moment I connected with the energy of Mary Magdalene, it felt like I'm receiving like a soul level coaching session from her, and she really wanted me to re-look at my purpose, because I was like, oh, okay, I thought like I know my purpose already. And I was told that because the energy is expanding and we are now like with each passing moment, like the consciousness of the earth is expanding like very rapidly, faster than it used to be. So our capacity to hold light is increasing as well. And light is about like consciousness and love. It's important for us to keep like going back to our what our purpose is, because every time in the future we will understand it from a different consciousness, from a higher consciousness, because we are evolving really rapidly, and especially the ones who are doing like the inner work and are on this awakening path. So yeah, so it felt like a soul coaching session on how can I get to my life purpose. So it was really amazing how I was like, oh, I thought I know my life purpose already, and I like in my consciousness I brought my life purpose, and I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't resonate anymore. Probably like there's more to it. So with our with our expanding consciousness, going deeper into our life purpose. So yeah, so I really wanted to go really deep. So we're gonna see the overall energy of this reading, this message through this beautiful deck that was gifted by a really dear friend of mine. It's called the Mystique of Mary Magdalene. It's an oracle of love, and let's see the message that Mary Magdalene, the overall energy for this reading. The bottom of the deck is free rein, break loose. And I've been getting this a lot, like where, like in which area of your life have you been like holding on to be your like wild, fierce self? So it's time to like break free and free like rain. Yeah, so that's that. But let's see what the overall energy is for this reading from Mary Magdalene. Oh, guess what? It's free rein. So that's an important one. I love these surprises in the reading. So like this message has like a beautiful horse in it as well, which is helping. So basically, and horse for me, so horse is like actually one of my spirit guides as well. That's helping me make like consistent efforts. So yeah, so like that's what's coming in for me. So it's like it's time to break loose, like be your wild, fierce self. Not like hold on to like any part of you that is trying to surface, and consistent, like be really consistent. So moving forward in a really consistent manner. And the horse spirit, like you can connect with the energy of the horse spirit for you to make consistent efforts toward like just going for it. So whatever like is surfacing in your consciousness about okay, like I want to try that, and before like the mind comes in between that with like all the different reasons why not, you just like basically go for it. Because there is like, if you see, like there is a lot of support available in terms of like there's like a lot of animal and birds energy around and otherwise as well, like it seems like it's like in the clouds and in the heavens. So there's like a lot of guidance and support available right now. So whatever you're trying to do right now, like just take that first step and make those like small little step towards what you are trying to, like towards your purpose, like consistent efforts. Yeah, so that is basically what is going to get us like even more clarity on our life purpose. And it's the card number 31, which comes down to 4. And 4 for me is all about like stability and resting and in the receiving mode. Yeah, so it's there's a paradox, right? So basically we are being asked to be in this like receiving mode of like organically taking like aligned action, like step by step, like consistent actions based on the information that we are receiving, like from a state of being of like stability and in reception. It's really interesting. I was watching like a video the other day. It's from The Alchemist, and the video said that in order to manifest, like the first thing is to be in the energy of receiving, and being in the energy of receiving by giving. And I was like, okay, what does that mean, like being in the energy of receiving? And like this feels to me like exactly the same message. Yeah, so let's see, let's go deeper in the reading and see like what's coming up. It's really interesting. I'm also going to read through from the book on what it says for this card. So it says, step out of your routine, cut loose and run wild for a while. An oppressive lifestyle is not healthy for your body or your spiritual growth. So be spontaneous. So that's what Mary Magdalene wants us to go towards, to find our life purpose. I'm now going to use this deck. It's like I came across this deck when I was looking for a mentor in my life, and I couldn't find like exactly the right mentor like I was looking for, like someone who can believe in me, like how I believe in myself, like my wild and fierce like dreams that like all of a sudden, let's say if you're earning like 100K per year, then like I know that this year I'm going to earn like 500K per year, and like that mentor would like believe in me so that I can actually achieve those like unimaginable or like in physical life looking impossible results. And in that moment, like I came across this deck which kind of coached me through that time with amazing results. So yeah, so let's see. So I'm going to pull out like 3 cards and see how this deck can coach us to find our life purpose, the renewed life purpose, now that we know that the overall energy is about like breaking loose. So the part of you that wants to go wild, like let it go wild. And consistently doing it, because we have a lot of support. It's time to just like go for it. And the first card is the truth. Yeah, and truth is really interesting. Like it's a really special one for me, because like truth, like so they can be like multiple different truths in one situation. Like previously, before coming into my spiritual awakening journey, like I think I used to believe that there is just one truth, but then I slowly realized that there are multiple truths. Like for example, how I feel about a situation, like that's my truth, like how I really feel, and how my mind is feeling about that situation. So like how I truly feel about the situation, by that what I say is, because the soul manifests itself into a physical reality as mind, body and heart. So like my truth is the combination, like what's coming from all 3 of these, like from my being. Whereas like there's also like a truth, there's an individual truth of our mind, there's an individual truth that our heart believes in, there's an individual truth that our body believes in, there's an individual truth of the person involved in that situation if there is, or like our guides team, like they are with us on this journey, and they like their perception, like that is their truth, like from the consciousness that they have, and the access to the information. So there can be like multiple truths in a situation, and it's important for us to know all of these truths, and that we have the free will to choose the truth that we want to believe in that moment, or the one that we resonate the most with in that moment. Yeah. The other two cards popped up, and they are the Power and the Treasure. So I think like the treasure in this moment for me is like the life purpose. So basically the way to so I think like, so basically what I am getting is that the collective who's watching this video, they are already aware of their truth. Yeah, like they are quite aware of their truth. So you are like you have worked a lot on like accessing your inner wisdom, whether you are aware of it or not, but you are connected to your inner wisdom, your inner truth. And you're also aware, like in the present moment, you are also aware that you have the power, like you have the free will to choose the truth that you want to, that you like resonate with the most from your being. And that both of these things, like embodying the truth and knowing the power that we have to choose what we want to like go with, like that's gonna help us find the treasure, or the like treasure in this video is basically the life purpose, right? And if we relate it to the break loose or the free rein message from Mary Magdalene, it's about like releasing the hesitations that we might have to be in our personal power. Because sometimes, you know what, like we have this awareness, right? We know that like this is the truth that we resonate with the most, and we are also aware that we have the power to choose what we want to choose, right? But it's just that we sometimes we judge that like that part of us, like that wild part of us, like we don't allow it to like break free by actually taking consistent aligned actions. So yeah, so like we will find our treasure, like we are not far away, by basically accepting the support that we have available from whether it's in the physical life or in the energetic realms. I think like the first step would be to just surrender to these people or beings, right? That hey, like I want to know my truth, and I'm handing over this to you, or I'm handing over to my guides to basically let me know what my truth is, and I know that they will. And secondly, it's important for us to know that yes, like the awareness, like that's the 50% of the thing done. But what's also important is like allowing that part of us that's trying to surface, because sometimes that part, like that weird or that that wild fears part of us, that we judge, because probably like that part did allow us to didn't make us go through something unpleasant in previous lifetimes or in this lifetimes, and so we like judge that part, or we are like there's like a part of us that's like really fearful of allowing that part to, or there is like some kind of like fear around allowing that part to surface. But like this reading is a support. It's saying that wherever, like in whichever area of your life this wild part is trying to surface, let it be, because you have the support. Like you have a lot of guidance, and it's actually taking you towards your life purpose. So you're not just getting clarity on what your life purpose is going to be, like by taking these consistent actions, as your wild, fierce part is wanting to take, but you will actually become like even more closer to your life purpose. Beautiful, love it. Okay, so I just found this another card at the bottom of the deck. It says a message. Yeah, so probably a message is coming very soon from somewhere, and it's going to be an important one in terms of you getting closer to your life purpose or getting that clarity. Yeah, so let's get some tarot decks, and the bottom of the deck is King of Swords. And King of Swords, so swords is all about our mental body, our thoughts, and the energy of King of Swords is like really wise discernment, not just for ourselves but for others. So probably like you are someone who is able to see through, like you have the ability or capability to not just see your thoughts or make a wise discernment on what I want to choose to go with, what I resonate with, but you also have the ability to do that for like the other people. So yeah, because Queen of Swords is like when we have this ability to like wise discernment for ourselves, and King of Swords, like kings are usually like who look after like other people, so it's important for them to like know what they like wise discernment of like their thoughts for themselves, but for the others as well who come to a king with expectations. So I'm gonna get like 3 tarot cards out for the truth, power, and treasure, and see what guidance there is, like what energy we can embody through tarot decks that can help us with these energies. So basically like you are really aware of your truth, and you are aware that you have the power, but it's just about like allowing your wild, fierce self to surface, like not judging it and knowing that we are supported. It's okay. Like yes, there is a part of you that is feeling scared, but you will be just fine. Not just fine, in fact it will get you closer to your life purpose. Yeah, so the card for the truth is 3 of Cups. The card for power is death, transformation, and for the treasure is Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So let's see. So for truth is 3 of Cups, and 3 of Cups is that time, right, when that like catch up with like your friends or people you love to celebrate things with, and you're introducing, like you're sharing with them like that one thing that's bringing. So let's say for example, like I think of it as like the time when I had my daughter, and like, and the first time like I felt her love, like that was for me that first moment of 1 of Cups. And then the 2nd of Cups for me, like 2 of Cups for me, was when I came out of my like little bubble, and I realized, okay, like, so yeah, there is love, but there's a lot of work as well, and like my life has totally changed. And the 3 of Cups is like when I like went out and I introduced my daughter for the first time. Like I sent pictures in the groups and everywhere about like my love of my life. So introducing Esme, my daughter, to like my friends and like close family. So like that's actually that introducing of your love to this like to your close friends and family and relatives, or whoever you want to share this with. Like that's the 3 of Cups moment, and it coming with the truth is probably saying that it's time for you to So whatever truth like that you are resonating with right now, right? The truth that about your fierce wild self, right? Like that's surfacing, and it's time to share it with like your closed ones, and like celebrate. So it's that moment to like coming out basically with, because like whatever it is, right, whatever like this wild self that is trying to surface, it's 100% that you actually, whether you are aware or not, but like this is kind of like your love, like your first love kind of thing, like in recent circumstances. In terms of, for example, like I am working on one of my beliefs that I have, like that is no longer serving me anymore. And what is helping me to like release that belief, like I'm just becoming aware through this reading that actually like like that's kind of like my love, like my first love. So the moment I, however wild that that felt, like that step, that taking action to release the belief that no longer serves me, but I can see like how like the moment that came into my awareness, it was that like feeling first love kind of a moment for me, because like it introduced me to like one of my parts that I had like suppressed or denied or disowned during at some point in my existence. And then like I spent some time with it, and I was like, okay, like if I, like, yeah, like that belief, like it'll be amazing if I can do that. But then I also came across the reality, okay, like I have been like really comfortably living with this belief, but now like if I release this belief and embody this wild part of me, which I had been suppressing or being denying or disowning for so long, which to me feels like my love, like something that I love, like this part of me I love. There can be like some consequences, right, in terms of like that like a part of me is fearful of. So that is, and now what we are being asked through Three of Cups is like that if you know this is your truth, it's time to share, like if you're not ready to share it like out in the world, how about like taking that first step of just sharing it in your like close intimate group. Like you don't have to, like if it feels really scary to go out in the world like that wild self, how about like just like sharing it with like your close intimate group of people. Yeah, so that's amazing, that helps me. With the power we got the death, and the death is all about transformation, right? So you know how like when one dies, it's about basically we are transitioning, we are transforming, we are releasing the physical body and moving on to like a state of being without the physical body. So there is like a letting go, release and transition, or like a transformation, and that coming with the power card. Like currently like you're aware that you have the power. So for example, like I am aware that I have the power to overcome this belief through my vile fear self by embodying that. Yeah, so it's actually what it's trying to say is it's that moment of transformation. It's like a really big transformation that in terms of you accessing your personal power, of you becoming aware of like that, yes, like in on that journey, because you, like we are all, or like whoever is watching this video is on this journey of knowing their personal power and like embodying it as well. And wherever you are on this journey, whether it's in the awareness right now and no action has been taken, like it, or you are like step by step slowly in like small areas of your life, like trying to use that personal power, know that whatever is clicking right now for you, like for example this belief of mine, it's a really big transformational step. Like it's gonna take you in your personal power journey to like a really new state of being. Like you're gonna come out the moment you take action on this personal moment you take action on this, whatever is surfacing for you through this video. It's actually going to kind of gonna like accelerate your growth with like accessing your personal power. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and like something about like the relationship with like your masculine energy, like that's coming up as well. Because our personal power is a lot about masculine energy, like so like each one of us have feminine and masculine energy, and personal power is basically about like the masculine energy. And personal power is about like taking consistent actions as well. And it's also about like feeling the support that we have, like the support structure. It's about like that, holding that support structure for ourselves when we are going through certain transition as well. So for example, like let's say that there's like a few parts of us like that's going through this, right? There's a part, that the wild part, and there's a part that's fearful of allowing that part to surface. So creating like a support structure for like this part of you, while you are going through, like working through it. And all of this is actually taking you towards your treasure, which is the life purpose. Yeah, so basically the guidance here is that it's important for you to keep taking consistent actions. And this consistent actions, if you're fearful of like allowing this wild self and embodying that part of you right now, like coming like in front of the whole world, then just do it with your like friends and family and intimate like people, the people that you are really intimate with, like close with, because that will also act like a support for you to actually like one day like go all out in the world with this like wild self of yours. Yeah, and with the treasure, it's Queen of Pentacles. So the energy of Queen of Pentacles is about like that master manifester in the physical reality. And what it's reminding is that like a Queen of Pentacles, like she has like everything. Like she has the tools of like wise discernment. She knows like where her energy is trying to go, and she knows like what's fulfilling for her. So like the cups and the swords and the wands, and now it's just like time to become that Queen of Pentacles by using all of that to manifest in the physical reality. So it's so basically like, so this thing that's surfacing, like that is actually going to, like while you are watching this video, whatever is surfacing for you like really in a dominant way, you sharing it in the close family as the first step, or with your friends, versus like if you are feeling uncomfortable sharing it with the world. becoming aware of your personal power, it's going to bring you in the position to have this treasure, which is like your life purpose, like that clarity, that yes, like this is what my life purpose is. And all you will have to do then is to manifest it into the physical reality. Like all of these steps are going to basically help you be in this position where you are aware of your purpose, and or like the only step that will be needed will be to manifest it into physical reality and fulfill your purpose. And whatever is coming through, like that's going to play like a major part in that. Yeah, now I'm going to pull like the last deck, and it's the Crystal Grid Oracle. Just to know like what crystal help us bring, like get clarity, and then secondly like bring our purpose in the physical reality, like fulfill that. And you don't have to like buy this crystal, whatever comes up. It's just about like sitting with the energy of this crystal, and you can just say, okay, like I want to right now sit with this energy, with the energy of this crystal, and please express to me whatever is in my highest good to know about like getting clarity on my purpose and how can I fulfill it in the physical reality. Yeah, so like there's two parts basically, right? Like to the purpose. One is becoming aware of it, because like one is the remembrance, like the soul remembrance, and the second is that once we are aware of it, it's about like taking action in the physical reality. So again this is coming, there's like this awareness part, and then there's the aligned action part. So it can be like the feminine and the masculine energy, right? So 50% of the thing is done when you become aware of something, but the next 50%, which makes it whole, which makes it complete, is the masculine part, where it comes about like consistent aligned action. So yeah, and like a lot of us, like we do tend to get stuck in one of these spaces, like either like we are really good at taking aligned action, but we are stuck at like not having the clarity of what it is, or like some of us get stuck as, okay, I know what my purpose is, I have the clarity, but I'm really struggling to like take aligned action to make it into like a physical reality. And that's where the embodying the masculine part comes in. Yeah, so the crystal that's going to help us is alignment. Oh, it's actually oh, I don't know how to pronounce this. So it spells Ilvaite, Ilvate, and it is about alignment. It's number 47. I'm just trying to see like wherever you can basically see this card properly. Yeah, so let me read it. So 4 plus 7 is 11, and it comes down to number 2, and 2 is a really feminine energy, nurturing, loving, and just like Mary Magdalene's energy basically, about alignment. So it says it's a relatively rare stone that resembles a very high quality piece of black tourmaline. It can form in singular columns that look very dense and well terminated. It is a stunning crystal that might show a different color depending on the light. The message from this stone is one of keeping to yourself. Don't falter in your decision making or objectives because of the opinions of other people. It's about preserving regardless of what is going on around you. So see how we are being first guided to share like that wild part of us with like a close knit group, right? And the guidance is that, and what that is like, that is like a practice session for us, so that when we go in the wilder world, we know like how to basically deal with it, because we would have dealt with it in like our close friends and family group, by sharing it with them, and making sure that our decision like is not like altered by like their opinions, right? So it's about persevering regardless of what is going on around you. When you are confident in yourself and the wisdom you have obtained over your lifetime, you learn to stand your ground because you are centered and standing in your truth. This means setting boundaries, but also when you stand in a place of power, your aura becomes impenetrable to lower vibrations. This is strength and a show of independence. So when you are in alignment with who you are, where you are heading, and what you stand for, no person or thing can shift you off path. When your purpose is clear, you know what to say no to. That's amazing. We are like, this video is all about our purpose, right? And getting clarity on our purpose, like newfound clarity with like the new consciousness that we have. Does it align with what you believe in? Does it serve your higher self? Will it shift you closer to where you want to be? This stone shows its strength by being an incredibly grounded stone, and we know that all good decision making comes from a place of being grounded. Remember to stand your ground, but be receptive to higher sources. Nothing can break you or sway you away. When you are on your path of highest good, when you are in alignment, everything flows. So meditate and call in the spirit of ill weight. Ask for it to share its wisdom with you, and sit in stillness, allowing yourself to feel centered. Feel your strength. Feel what it's like to be in true alignment. Grounded, peaceful, centered, and powerful. Yeah. So there's definitely that like something that you are working on, that you might be like fearful of, like what if like I allow this wild fear self of mine like to surface and like to embody that, like what will other people think, and will I be abandoned, or like abandoning my old self, like fears around that. And so like I'm feeling like collectively we are all working around doing like the next level in our work on abandonment. We have done some already, and this is like the next stage. So it's important for us to know that when we share our wild self with other people, whether it's our close knit group first, like there is a possibility, yes, like there could be abandonment, but are we like grounded enough to, even if we are abandoned, like to stay with ourselves? Because wound of abandonment, it's not about actually the person leaving, but it's more about like, did we during that time abandon ourselves as well, or did we stay with ourselves, felt grounded that okay, no matter what, like I am with myself and I'm going to support myself in, because I know like this is my path, this is my purpose, and this is for my highest good, and I know that I am supported, even if like in the physical reality like it might look like that I'm not, but I know that I am supported, and like I am the one who's giving myself the biggest support. So yeah, so like this is what's coming up in this reading, and I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you.